Have you ever wondered what's up with our brains? Thousands of researchers, neuroscientists, and psychologists in the world are attempting to understand the workings of this complex organ. In this segment of Psychophilics, we will be talking about certain impending debates that are yet to be resolved in the field of neuroscience. The first one is equipotentiality versus pluripotentiality. Equipotentiality involves an event of damage to one area of the brain where other parts of the brain can sometimes assume the role of the affected organ. If, say, for example, a particular part of the brain is damaged due to a stroke or due to an injury, the other parts of the brain that are intact take over the function of the damaged part. For example, we know that the hippocampus, amygdala, prefrontal cortex, the cerebellum are all organs of the brain that are involved in memory. So according to this theory, if one of these areas gets affected due to an injury, then the other regions would compensate for the functioning of the lost part. In addition, they ensure that the process of memory formation is kept intact and is not inhibited. On the other hand, we have the perspective of pluripotentiality, which refers to one-to-many structure-function relationship. This basically means that the parts of the brain are not restricted to one function. Rather, one part of the brain can perform more than one function or multiple functions. For an example, language disorders such as aphasias have been key to identify and study upon these broad topics. So, damage to Broca's area causes Broca's aphasia, which usually is associated with speech disability, but it also affects comprehension of speech to a significant extent. This indicates that Broca's area is not only responsible for speech production, rather it also plays a minor role in speech comprehension. So these two perspectives contradict each other. On one hand, equipotentiality says that a damaged part of the brain is taken over by other intact parts and its function is preserved. On the other hand, pluripotentiality says that functions are divided between organs not completely or unilaterally. Rather, one part of the brain can perform multiple functions. The second theme we have is the neurodevelopmental and the neurodegenerative perspectives. Many of the prominent psychological disorders such as schizophrenia have always been under study or controversial in determining its causal factors. The research evidence has supported both of these claims equally, and scientists are divided. Now, let us understand what neurodevelopment is. Neurodevelopment is a term that refers to the brain's development of neurological pathways, neurons, different parts of the brain that influence our performance and functioning. So, any problem during neurogenesis, which is nothing but the growth and development of neurons in our nervous system, can lead to neurodevelopmental disorders. Certain basic examples of these are Down syndrome, attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. On the other hand, neurodegenerative disorders are types of disorders in which certain cells of the central nervous system, neurons, or the glial cells of the central nervous system die or degenerate. So, neurodegenerative disorders get worse over time. They have no cure. This may be genetic or it can be caused due to a stroke. Examples of these include Alzheimer's disease, dementia, Parkinson's disease. So Psychophilics has already made an exclusive video on neurodegenerative disorders, and if you haven't watched it yet, please click on the link appearing on your screen. So in this theme, the neurodevelopmental perspective says that disorders of the brain are caused due to an damage or due to an issue in the developmental process or the developmental pattern in lifespan. On the other hand, the neurodegenerative perspective says that there is significant amount of death of cells that take place after a point in time in life. So these are the two important perspectives in the second theme. So we hope this video gave you a brief idea about the major frameworks of understanding the brain. If you like our content, don't forget to subscribe. Thank you, and we'll see you in the next one.